Friday morning predictions. Saul, welcome back to the yellow couch over here.
Thank you, Norm.
And hope you had a good fast. And so happy that that's all behind us now. And now we can just focus on Sunday morning softball.
Tremendous. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Okay. Let's start with a couple of predictions. Let's start on the racetrack today. You have the Dbacks, who are 2-6, versus Cold Blooded, who's 3-5. Right now, Cold Blooded holds that 5 seed. Right now, they're the ones in the one-game playoff.
Okay.
But Dbacks can jump right over them with a sweep. Do you see that happening?
I gotta say I don't, Norm.
What do you see?
I didn't like what I saw out of the D-backs last week. Jeffrey pitched great, but you gotta hit. You want to win, you gotta hit. They had man on third a few times with no outs, 1 out. They couldn't get him in, like the Mets last night. So I'm gonna go with a cold-blooded sweep.
Wow. That's definitely going to hurt the playoff chances for all the 2-6 teams and the 0-8 team behind them if the D-backs, if cold-blooded sweeps, because then they'll go up to 5-5. I think cold-blooded should sweep. I don't think they're going to. Funny thing about cold-blooded is they have the most sweeps or get swept in the whole league, except for your team who's 0-8 and gets swept weekly. Cold-blooded already, they got swept a couple of times. They had a sweep already. They barely ever split. They only split once. However, I think that changes this week. I see a split coming up this week. Jeffrey is pitching too good. He's pitching too good to be 2-6. Leo is not pitching great so far this year. He had a good game in game 1 this week. I watched it. Only 9 men on cold-blooded, and Leo was able to keep them in, and he didn't walk anybody. But I think he's having a rocky, bumpy, not a smooth season just yet.
Do you see a split?
I see a split. If not, I'm writing off the D-backs already. Enough of this. I'm giving them more credit than they deserve, many people are saying. I just seem to feel like they're letting games get away from them that they shouldn't. Like they did this past week. They had the game against the ones who knock. If JT doesn't fall, tagging up from third, or if someone else could hit a fly ball with a man on third, they have another win in their pocket.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Like that, the whole season's 14 games. You're gonna throw away 2-3. I mean, you can say it's for me as well, but if you throw away 2-3 games, at some point you got to say, all right, it's now or never, or you're done.
So this is my last stand with the D-backs.
Okay.
If they don't win a game this week, I'm done with them. I don't care who they're playing. I'm picking against them the rest of the year. Time's running out, but I'm saying they're going to win a game against Cold-Blooded, and I'm saying Cold-Blooded is a little too talented to get swept by the D-backs. I'm going split over there. You're going with a Cold-Blooded sweep.
Yes.
Okay, racetrack 2. One More Time versus Lookout. They both swept last week. One More Time looked phenomenal in their sweep over DX. And Lookout basically looks like the guy was out at the plate on Rough and Rowdy and should have lost game 1 and probably should have also lost game 2 against the shorthanded Rough and Rowdy. So that's a Lookout versus One More Time. What do you think?
I was a little bit harsh on the One More Time team early in the season. I didn't think they would amount to much. However, now they really kicked in at the high gear. He's saying they have the most runs in the league, most runs scored.
After scoring 21 last week, they lead the league in runs. Who would ever think that? There's so many offensive questions on that squad.
Yeah, listen, Lookout team is very, very talented. They have a lot of guys. However, if you're going to give Naby himself pitching on the mound and the most runs or the top 3 runs in the league, there's no way. You got to be crazy to pick against you. I'm going One More Time to sweep.
You going One More Time to sweep?
One More Time to sweep.
You're going maybe to sweep the 7-1 Lookout.
That is correct.
I happen to agree with you. I don't like how Lookout's playing. I just don't like how they're playing. With talent like that, they should be blowing teams away. They should be blowing teams out. I hate how they looked against Rough and Rowdy last week. Rough and Rowdy had a replacement pitcher, and they needed 2 extra inning games to win. Lookout is more talented than One More Time. I'm going One More Time to sweep Lookout anyway. I announced that from last Sunday. I'm sticking with it. Of course, I could be wrong. I should be wrong. One More Time has their own issues. Even though they lead the league in runs, half of their runs were in 1 week. So But I'm still going that one more time will sweep. Look out this week. I can't believe you're also predicting
Rare
that.
time we have the same prediction. Maybe I'll get one right this time.
And the craziness is that the same prediction is against the 7-1 team.
Yes.
By the way, if they sweep, they'll both be 7-3. That's pretty interesting. Okay, let's go over to Firemans East. The winless Rough and Rowdy, 0-8. One of the worst records we've seen in many years. I mean, that's pretty bad. Last year we didn't have any team that was 0-8. That's pretty hard to do in YMSL softball, to lose your first 8 games.
The Indians were 0-14, Norm.
Yes, that was a couple of years ago, and shame on them. Who was on that team? I think John was on that team.
A.B. Cohen, A.B. pitcher Cohen.
Shame on any team to go 0-14, but Rough and Rowdy is more than halfway there. So they're 0-8 against DX, which compared to Rough and Rowdy looks like an unbelievable 2-6 record. You want to go first or second here?
I guess I'll go second because it's my team, but also you have to consider these are the mixed teams here, 4-for-4, the trade, all that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting day on the field.
Going to be very emotional on the field, I think. I'll tell you this, DX, what I saw last week against One More Time, that was ugly. That was worse than ugly. 2 blowout, terrible games, giving up 12 runs, giving up 9 runs, scoring nothing, throwing the ball all over the place. Saban throwing the ball home. The catcher doesn't bother to tag the guy. They looked like they were out to lunch. I'm going with the winless Rough and Rowdy to win not 1, but to win 2 games against DX this week. Rough and Rowdy will be in the playoff picture after this week, and they'll be 2-8 all of a sudden.
Very exciting, Norm. Glad to have you on we got to get you in a Rowdy uniform.
We don't even have uniforms for half your team because of all the trades and moves. So I don't know if I'm getting a uniform.
Maybe wear red, Norm. Wear red.
You gotta wear red. Mark, wear your Make Your Turtles Great Again shirt. Sorry about the lack of shirts, but we ordered 2 extra for every team. Your team needs 5 or 6 extra.
Yes, of course I'm going Rough and Rowdy sweep. It's in the cards. We're gonna bury them. They traded us, and we're looking to capitalize on that, Norm. So we should be 2-8, and they'll be 2-8.
Things to look out for
And
on
we'll
that
see
team.
what happens.
Jackie Sutton is making every play at third base. So all that hoopla that when he got picked up, all that outrage, maybe it was warranted looking back because this kid's playing Gold Glove third base.
Oh yeah.
Although he's not hitting at all. And Michael Cohen, A.B. Cohen's son, doesn't seem to be having a huge impact. Not replacing Joe Greenberg to Joe Greenberg levels just yet. By now, this is his 3rd week. Maybe he'll play better and this team will actually win. But they look like a mess, I gotta tell you the truth. They don't look good. So we agree that Rough and Rowdy, an 0-8 team, we agree that a 7-1 team will get swept and an 0-8 team will sweep. That's crazy. Okay, let's go to the game of the week.
Good payouts on these picks, Norm.
Game of the week. I'm impressed by both of these teams. Swimming, I've been in the pool all year. I loved what they did since day one. They're 7-1 against, but Zach Ashkenazi is a little roughed up. We don't know if he's playing. We don't know if he's slotted. Not sure what he's doing, but it's Zach Ashkenazi in swimming at 7-1.
This was an injury on the field, Norm?
This is an injury on the night field.
Night field.
So it's an injury playing softball. So it could have happened anywhere, but it happened over there. Now he's bringing his injured rib over to Firemans West at 7-1 against a pretty good team that's looking to jump them. The ones who knock. If things, so you got to move your car, make your prediction quickly. The ones who knock are 6-2. What do you think?
Norm, I will go with a.
Please sit, Sol. Come on.
I thought I'm gonna rush.
Hustle.
I don't usually make a habit of saying split. I think it's a tailor-made split. That'll be my prediction, though.
Sol, go move your car so my wife could get on her way.
This is the second time I'm moving a car. There you go.
Yes. Okay, so the ones who knock versus swimming. I hate the Zach Ashkenazi. I hate the injury. I don't like it. I love the way the ones who knock are playing. Ralph Hannon looks primed to take over first place over here. The ones who knock managed, even though they got themselves into a little bit of trouble against the Dbacks, putting man on third a lot, they managed to get out of those jams. Only thing is, the ones who knock are not playing the Dbacks anymore. they're going to take a step up in class right now in their opponents the next couple of weeks. And they're playing swimming. Believe it or not, Zach is nicked up. He's hurt. And once Unaka playing great and they're coming in at full strength, I'm going with swimming to sweep anyway. I say swimming is going to be 9-1 at the end of this week. Tough to make that prediction against the ones who knock. They could be the best team in the whole league. I just think swimming is so on fire right now. They'll have David Rishdie back this week. Papa Steve is hitting great. Abe Haber is hitting great. Everyone looks at the big two, Zach and Farka. There are so many role players on this team. Leon Harari's hitting. Jacob is hitting. Ruby Saka is making every play in the field. I just love the vibe on this team. They seem like they could get over any hurdle. So I'm going to go with swimming to sweep yet again and have a firm grasp on first place after this week.
I am switching my prediction.
Saul is coming back to switch his prediction. Let's see what he's got to say.
I'm not confident in my prediction as I moved my car.
You were rushed.
I was rushed. Thought about it during my time here.
You should have been thinking all week about these predictions.
Well, yes, but you know how it is. Fast yesterday, Norm.
Sure.
I don't know what you predicted.
Okay.
I am going to go with a swimming sweep over the ones who knock.
Wow.
I think Max Hadid, I think they're all kicking in into high gear. You threw me for a little bit of a loop with this injury.
Yep.
And I said there's no way Zach isn't playing at 100%. And his 80% is the rest of the league's.
But the thing is, the ones who knock could be the best team in the league.
They may be. This is not the team for them to really beat up on. You know, the Max Hadid, he's going to attack these middle guys. He has their numbers. You know, you kind of need that star to say, I need a blast here. I need that. And I don't think they have that. I think they're very good.
Eli Azar is having a phenomenal season again. He had a rough week this past week offensively, but although he did get the sack fly, but he's having a great year. I mean, think back to the draft. People passed over him, including Mocass, who passed over him. And then he was involved in a trade and other trade rumors and everything. He's outperforming every single person that he was drafted after. I mean, he's outperforming all these shortstops this year. He's outperforming Gabe. He's outperforming, I'm not sure about Mark. I have to look it up and everything. But he's playing better than all these guys that were drafted before him. I think he's having a good year. He's that guy that could hit max. But you're going swimming sweep here.
I'm going swimming sweep.
You're saying the team's going to be 9-1 after this week.
That's what we're saying.
Wow. Bold.
Yes. Does anyone to do it? It's Max, Zach, Farka.
So I also picked the swimming sweep, by the way, while you were in
Are
the
we
parking
4-0
lot.
here?
No, I had we disagreed on the Dbacks and Cold Blooded. I gave Dbacks a game where you did not.
Right.
Everything else we agree on.
Okay.
Which is bad news for me based on your prediction record.
Yes, Norm. You're
so
looking at a 1-3 finish.
Maybe that fast got to me and I'm a little bit off today, but this is I'm just going with my gut. So that's the story, Saul. This is really the first big test for Ralph Hannon also. All those issues that he's had in the playoffs, this could jump them from that 3-4 area, that conversation, where they're in danger of being in that one-game playoff. This could put them in the 1 seed or the 2 seed if they sweep this week. It's sort of like a playoff game. First big test for Ralph Hannon to see how he reacts over there.
Yeah, this is a huge week for everybody involved. You know, you're going to see the first 4 trying to push away from the bottom 4 with that 5 hanging on to that one small chance. So after this week, you're really going to see where the standings lie. You know?
Elliot Saka on DX claims he was playing with a cracked bat all year.
Yeah, me too.
And so he's batting under 200. Charles Saka is also batting under 200 for the D-backs. I think Sammy Saka is batting the best of all the Sakas right now. If you were confident about one of your picks today, the most confident, which one would it be? Because I'm most confident in 0-8 Rough and Rowdy sweeping DX.
I was going to say that as well.
Despite Elliot Saka's newfound, new bat that he's going to bring to the field this week. So you're on that team. What else are you most confident
on the team.
in?
I mean, I guess my next thing would be saying Navy, but then again, you're going to say, how confident are you? The 7-1, look out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bashed. But if I had to not pick my team, I would say it one more time.
I hope Navy brings his game this week and doesn't,
Brings his game and his bucket hat.
well, he'll bring his bucket hat. That I'm sure about. I hope Navy brings his A game and doesn't walk the bottom of the order and turn that lineup back to Ali and Nanu and Shalou. I hope he dominates the bottom of their order like he should and shows that he's ready to make the jump from the 4-5 game into the 1-2-3 game. But like we always say, Sunday can't come quick enough, soon enough. I can't wait for Sunday. Hopefully the weather holds out and we get all our games in this week. Saul, thank you for your wonderful predictions and good luck on the field to you and to all the teams this Sunday.
Thank you, Norm.
Thank
See you
you.
Sunday.